It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play, and it is Mendoza throwing. That's complete to the back, Ashton Jeanty. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Game limited to a couple.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Second down now for Mendoza. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. Big play there for Vegas. 30 yards.
First down.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Jeanty from the gun. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Mendoza on second. Complete right side to Washington. He's going to be out of bounds there. Defenders make the stop after a gain of about 17. And that is good for a Raiders first down.
That's just one of those plays on an opening drive, Kate, where on one side it's demoralizing. Defensively, rally, go make that tackle. But offensively, it just infuses you with so much confidence, knowing if you can just put the ball in your guys' hands, they can make a difference after the catch.
And that looked good for a moment, Brock, but the hit jars it free. That's going to bring up second. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
This is Jeanty on second. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big deal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Brought in by his back here is Shenty. And they're going to take him down just short of that marker in that range. Might we see them go for this 4th down?
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. 4th down. Here's Mendoza. It's complete. This is Bowers. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. When we finish with the stat line like he did in support of a win last week, Brock, you know that you're in store for some early work the next time out. Lo and behold, here we are.
Yeah, teams can tend to be a little bit habitual at times. The way he played was a big factor in earning that win. So getting him looks here, especially early on, definitely part of the plan.
Gets 4 yards on the carry. That's going to leave him just a yard out on 2nd and goal. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run.
And he's in for the touchdown. Finding themselves in the end zone right away here as we begin week 2, Brock. And they keep this up, they're going to find themselves with a 2-0 record as well.
And that's a good place, right? We know this in the annals of history in the NFL. Teams who begin the season 2-0, they go on to make the playoffs right around 70% of the time. That's the way you want to start.
Look at you talking about. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. This one stopped. Blade gains about 6 yards. And that is good for a Chargers 1st down.
A gain of 6. And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Running it with Hampton. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be taken down back at the 39. He had 4 sacks last season, Brock, and now he's got 1 this year.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. 7-0 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Herbert back to throw. He finds Johnston. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the 1st.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
On 2nd down, Herbert. That's low and bounces short of his man.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. All right, Brock, QB1, I got a question for you. Are you always expecting the rush to be dialed up like that, dialed up a notch when it's third down?
Is water wet? Is it Pope Catholic? Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle? Yes, yes, and yes. They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Drive starts with Jency. He's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up to first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Mendoza now. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up 2nd down.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Shotgun give here to Jency. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 70 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down mark.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. It's Mendoza. And this is lofted deep down the middle. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And that is a touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders.
I'd imagine alongside all the team goals and mission statements for the year, Kate, he had this one written down. Score a touchdown. Unable to do so in his first season, and he did right there.
Chargers 3.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll start out with Hampton. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now Herbert to throw. Short pass brought in. He's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
That one's good to McConkey. Hit there, driven out of bounds. Gained about 8 before it, and that gives L.A. the first.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Throwing now, Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. And down he goes on the wrong side of midfield. They got him at the 46. So it'll be second and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. Sent back to their own side of the field on that last play. Some ground to make up here on second. Trying again following the sack. Herbert. On target here to Njoku. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that first down.
It's a gain of 15 yards.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Hey, Ram. Let's go. 21. Ready?
To throw, Herbert. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. This is Mendoza. That's taken in by Tucker. And they've got a 1st down. Give him a gain of 13 on that previous play.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. And that yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
1st and 10 from the 32. Mendoza. Going left side, Bowers has it. And it looks like he got around 8 yards before he headed out of bounds, bro. 2nd down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Great start on that 1st down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. Now Mendoza. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Already has 1 receiving touchdown in this one. They were just trying to get him number 2 right there, weren't they?
You know, Kate, I don't know if this has always been this way, and now it's just defined because of the numbers and all the data we have, but explosives are so important. The data tells you that, and I love them continuing to take shots.
On 3rd down, Genty trying to plow ahead for the 1st. Can't even get back to the line. That brings up 4th down. Now the Raiders readying for the punts, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
At their own 15-yard line.
We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our 1st half. Herbert. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the ground. Incomplete. It's 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Now Herbert on 2nd down. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. Herbert now. That one's complete. Amarion Hampton. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Another Chargers first down.
The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. Now we've got a timeout. Still just 7 seconds to go in the half. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on first down. This a 54-yarder.
54-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He's tackled after a gain of about 13, and that sets up a Raiders first down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line on first and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. First play, they'll give it to Hampton. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he picks up 18 yards and a new set of downs.
One like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Herbert now off the play fake. The pressure's there, and they drop him back at his own 45. It's Quay Walker. And that will make it second and 17 to go.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
It's Hampton on second. This is ahead for about 5. Down by the vet that time, Isaiah pulled him out.
I don't think anybody was surprised in the building to see a run after the negative play on first down. And now at least it keeps you on schedule to get a chance here on third.
To the air on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they get the first on a 3rd and 13. What a call to extend this drive.
You know, they called the having the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
McConkey's got it again. He's going to score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Ladd McConkey from 28 yards out.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
They'll try to run it in. And in a tight game, they turn to the run, and it rewards them with 2. We're all tied up. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? You know who Steven is?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Mendoza working. Brought in by his back here. It's Shensi. He dodged the tackle. Along the right sideline, there's space. He makes it in for the touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Chargers 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Look at this. 3 tight ends to the right on his 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know that was exactly what the defense talked about on the sidelines. Getting ready for that drive. Let's send a message from the jump, and let's hit them hard.
Another for Hampton on 2nd. And that one doesn't get him much. Even maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they come up empty on that 3rd down. Would have been good for the 1st, but couldn't hang on through that hit. It is 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. That's taken at the 15. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap to Mendoza. Gets everything he has under this one. They connect on the deep shot. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
A gain of 40 yards. 1st down, Las Vegas.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Here's Mendoza. And he's going to be taken down back across midfield at the 49. And now it's going to be 2nd and 20. And the first time they've gotten to the rookie in this ball game, but it is a big loss as a result.
And what this rookie is going to learn, kind of like rookie running backs have to learn, you can't outrun many of the guys in this league. They are bigger and faster and stronger than what you faced in college, and mistakes like that lead to big losses. Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Deep in the playbook here. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mendoza. Throw right side, finds Besh. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. A pickup of 17. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And we won't have another snap. That is the end of our 3rd quarter. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. Back for the start of the 4th quarter, and they're going to start here with a 1st and 10. Give up the guts. It's Jeanty. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back to Jeanty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Mendoza now. Has him on the quick hitter. He'll have the first down and even more. And he will take this in. Touchdown. Brock Bowers. His 3rd of the year. Gay to add the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. And they bump their lead up to 14.
Chargers 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Thrown to the left side, and Johnston has it. Out of bounds he goes, following a gain of about 11. And that's going to make it 1st down Chargers.
Gain of 11. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now Herbert to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Raiders will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Here's Mendoza, another play fake. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
Second down now for Mendoza. Yeah, defensive pressure messes up that release. Pass falls to the ground. It is incomplete. It's 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Third and long for him here. The left side, caught by Thornton. And this is going to go for a gain of 6, but it's not enough. Defense doesn't let him get past that. It is 4th down. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. He has it at the 22. Jukes away from one. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Throwing now, Herbert. He's going to try another deep one here. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
One score is just, well, it's not going to be enough. I think we can look at the scoreboard and know that. So the pace is going to pick up, and I think you're going to see more and more of those shots deep down the field, Kate.
On 2nd down, Herbert. And this is going to hit the ground incomplete. Looking for that same man. Defense was ready for him with that hit. 3rd down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Working quickly here.
13 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down.
To throw, Herbert. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Capital.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Got his man. It's the rookie from K-State. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Play action now for Herbert. And that's going to hit the turf. A good throw, but he couldn't hang on through the contact. We've got 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Now Herbert on 2nd down. Absolutely fires this one right side. And he knocks it out. So they found him deep, but the defender makes the play, separating him from that touchdown, Brock. It's going to send him back now for 3rd down.
I'm not going to pretend to be a chess player, but I've watched enough to know, and enough maybe to be dangerous, Kate. And I think you get to a chess match, and you know what the next move is going to be. This defense knows shots are coming, and they were prepared.
He finds Njoku, complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of
Offensive
14
line
yards.
fast.
That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Dose of the hurry up here.
Back at the 23-yard line.
Couldn't get the play off in time. We've arrived at our 2-minute warning. Chargers losing by 14. Multiple ways to attack. Here's 2nd and long. Herbert now. Looking for something, but the defense makes the play first, dropping him at the 27. And that's the first sack in the NFL for the Auburn product. Needs something big. It's 3rd and long. Now to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And a lucky break there as the pick is dropped. Wow, fortunate for them on a risky throw in the end zone. And instead of the interception, that's just going to bring up 4th down. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. They're going to have it after a 2nd interception of the season.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
First call here coming from the shotgun. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And a good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
In this ground game, Cade, have seen such a steady dose of work. And what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. On the move, headed right. We go to Jency on the dump off. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. That hit got there quickly. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of them on 2nd down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Okay, color me a little bit surprised here, Brock. Seeing them throwing darts downfield still, considering the lead they've got at this point in the game, kind of seems like a run-it-out territory.
Well, you call it surprise. I call it trust. That's what that coaching staff does and believes in their quarterback as they continue to fire away.
Decent work on the run, but not enough for the first. The stop is made in time. It's 4th and short. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And they could really use a good one here. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. 7 seconds left. This might be our final play here. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Called in by Njoku, left side. Defense gets to him, shells him out. Gain of about 16 before they did so. And that's going to be a Los Angeles 1st down. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
35-yard line.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. Here he goes, one final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So put